Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. So fine, it's even made with white wine.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?
But of course.
Obviously, this video is not sponsored by Grey Poupon. However, every time I see a Bentley or a Rolls Royce, it reminds me of the commercials. If you're an old fart like me, you know exactly what I mean. Let's get into this video. This is another segment of Mail Call where I can answer your questions directly, coming in from questions down in the comment section of the videos, or emails, or text, or calls, or voicemails. Let's get right into it. Okay, the first question goes to Jason, and his email reads, "Sleep?" with a question mark. I know exactly what that means. He's asked this before. He wants to know, when do I get any sleep with the long days here at the shop and the videos that I pump out every day. So let me just take you through a day in the life of the shop here. We roll in and we get the cars prepped. We bring them in here and we start the corrections and the protection until about 5:36 or even 7 p.m., depending on what we have scheduled and the deadline that is scheduled for that car or for those cars. And usually after that, we if we haven't gotten footage or recorded footage during the day as we're working, we will record footage after 5, 6, or 7 p.m. For that day. Then we take it home. We take a little bit of a breather. We get some dinner and rest a little bit, and then we get back to editing and uploading and the titles and the keywords and the description. And then we answer emails. We answer questions because I can't answer them all in this format here. So I'll answer texts, I'll answer phone calls, and then voicemails. And then usually by the time we look up, it's 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. It's time to hit the hay and start all over again the next day. So I do get plenty of sleep. I get 7, 8 hours of sleep. I love doing this. I love you guys. I eat, breathe, sleep detailing. So it's not even a job. I don't even think about it. I don't think twice about it. I could do it every day, long days like this, and it wouldn't faze me. So I hope that answers your question, Jason. Next question goes to Eric Leach. I have a stupid question about, well, let's stop right there. First of all, there are no stupid questions from you guys. I take them all seriously, and I try to put a lot of thought behind them before answering all the questions. There are no dumb questions, so don't hold back. I use the Meguiar's Hybrid Ceramic Wax or the new Turtle Wax Ceramic Spray. I use it about every 2 to 3 months, and I want to know, does it substitute a Carnauba wax? Yeah, absolutely. Carnauba wax breaks down rather quickly unless you're using a Montane wax, which is extracted from brown coal. It's very sturdy. It's a little bit more expensive and a little bit harder to find, but even that has a hard time standing up to some of these spray sealants that are out nowadays, such as the ceramic spray sealants. I do prefer myself polymer sealants, but either one will outlast a wax, a Carnauba wax, by a long shot. So I hope that answers your question. Eric also has another question. He has the first generation Harbor Freight Drill Master. He has a mid-cut foam pad, and also the Meguiar's Ultimate Polish, and he wants to know if that will harm his clear coat to use it on that. No, depending on the clear coat, on what type of vehicle it is, you'll have to, keep an eye out if it's extremely soft. Yes, you want to be careful there. But for the most part, it's a non-lethal combination there that is not aggressive. It's actually a great place to start when it comes to moderate to hard clear coat. So the answer is no, it will not harm the clear coat unless you are really being careless. Okay, next is Michael Hine, and he has a 2018 Chevy Silverado LTZ. Okay, he's already done a one-step, and it has applied Colonite 845. A winter's approaching, so he wants to do another one-step and apply Moonlight to get him through the winter time with protection, to get him to where he has a Polish Angel kit waiting in the wings, so he can do that in the spring. He wants to do another one-step before that. First, let's get to all these one-steps. That's way too much polishing in a year's time. You've already done the one step. If that paint, and I presume it's where you want it to be, that's all the polishing you want to do, if necessary. So after that, what kicks in next is going to be safe wash, maintenance, and aftercare techniques. So you're not putting any more imperfections in that surface that you have to do more one steps. That's just going to keep grinding away and grinding away at your clear coat, grinding away at the UVA, UVB protection that's in the clear coat. And that we want to avoid. All right, so here's my recommendation. Removing the Colonite 845. By now, you should be able to remove it with a strong IPA solution. If that doesn't work by hand, try a cleaner polish like either Meguiar's or Angel Wax Perfect Polish or Polish Angel Escalate Lotion, something along that lines. It's not aggressive, but it's a cleaner polish. Get rid of that Colonite. Go ahead, put your Tack Moonlight on there. That'll get you through 6 months. And then by the time you want to get to your Polish Angel system, again, a cleaner polish will remove that. Maybe this time on a machine with an application pad or a very light polish pad, whatever you can find. And then get your Polish Angel on there and take care of it with high gloss, or they have their aftercare sprays, spritz, whatever you want to call them, and take care of it without having to do all of these one steps and just keep polishing and polishing. That, again, is what we want to avoid. The next question, or questions, he has more than one, goes to Todd Keish. And the first one, have you ever been concerned with products being delivered in the cold weather and what it does to the integrity of that product? And yes, absolutely. I've already had to scrap a few products that have been laid outside the doorstep on a cold day. I can't believe they can even get away with that. But yeah, it froze, and when I thawed it out, it was never the same again. It coagulated, and I just had to get rid of it. That isn't concern. If it does happen, just contact the distributor, let him know what happened during the shipping process, and see if there's anything he can do for you. The second question, Cupion, how long do the ingredients last in the bottle after it's opened? I don't mix the whole thing all at once. I just mix a little bit at a time, only what I need, and put the cap back on tight, and then I wrap electrical tape around the cap as well. And I've never had I have a bottle that's actually been with me for 1.5 years now and have not had a problem with it, storing it that way at room temperature. Okay, the next question goes to Thomas Myers. He is an enthusiast, and he has 9 cars. Holy cow, Thomas, you have a bigger problem than I do. He wants to know how I go about choosing which protection goes to which car. Okay, so my daily drivers, those are the ones I like to protect with SiO2, either a professional coating or a spray sealant, so I don't have to worry about them as much, and that aids me to help them clean them faster. The garage and the trailer queens, they get a ceramic wax or a Montane wax or polymer sealant because I like to work on them. I don't mind making the contact and working with those cars. I enjoy them just like you do. I'm an enthusiast as well. So those cars are waxed and have polymer sealants, and my daily drivers are the ones that are coated, so I don't have to worry about them. I hope that gets across my mindset as to how I protect the cars, but it's completely up to you. Okay, Jeff Durham wants to know how to correctly identify the first generation Drill Master polisher. That's easy. Right in front of the trigger handle on the newer ones, there is a round red vent for heat to escape out through the body of the polisher. On the older generations, there are just tiny slits where the handle cups up against the body where the rotor and the motor slides into, and that's how heat escapes that polisher. So if you have a little red vent on either side of the polisher and it has a more sleeked, curvatured handle, you know that you have the newer generation and the one I kind of shy away from myself. Okay, next up, what do you have for me, Tommy Hartzell? I'm wanting to do my first enhancement, but I don't have a heated garage. What is an appropriate air temperature for both working with polish and then following up with C-Quartz Light? Great question. 55 or higher is an easy answer. I like to lean towards 60 if I can get there. It is unfortunate when you don't have some sort of a canopy or protection or shelter to get away from cooler temperatures, but in between 55 and 60, leaning towards 60 is what I would recommend to get the most out of these products. Okay, next up, Richard Seam. How's it going, big guy? He wants to know if a Max Shine 3-inch rotary or 3-inch polisher will handle the 5-inch backing plate. Yeah, you've seen me do that to both the M550 and also the Flex PE8. They weren't designed for them, but I can tell you that they comfortably do handle them if you're not overworking them in extreme heat, direct sunlight. I'm fortunate to be working under a roof where the temperature in the air is controlled. It's cooler. It does keep the temperature of the polishers down, which is huge. I also maintain them properly. I grease them with high temp grease, which makes them run a little bit cooler, and often clean them inside and out. So the answer is yes, they will handle them. They're not designed for them. They're designed for a 3-inch backing plate or smaller, but I can tell you on a daily basis, I use mine to correct with my bad shoulders. That tends for me to grab a lighter polisher such as that and put that workload on them, and they are successful. Okay, next up, Imal Patel has a 2018 Toyota Camry, and he has a Chicago Electric dual action polisher. He has a Lake Country orange foam polishing pad and a black finishing pad, and he also has TPC flash. He wants to know the speed settings so he can do a correction and how many passes. First of all, remember the Toyota clear coat is going to be thinner, it's going to be softer, and being that new, it really shouldn't take that much if you're exercising very careful wash technique. So do one crisscross pattern. That is equal to 2 passes with the less aggressive pad first and see if that works. And then if that doesn't work, you can step it up from there. But it shouldn't take any more than a crisscross pattern, 2 passes, to remove any imperfections on a car that's just 1 year old. Hey, Myron Romero wants to know if he can apply Turtle Wax spray wax over the liquid ceramic wax. Well, first of all, they have spray waxes. They don't have a liquid ceramic wax, such as Adams has one and a few other companies has one. They don't have a liquid ceramic wax as of yet. They just have spray waxes with a little bit of SiO2 in them. So if you're applying something over that and it's streaking, it's probably because they're not working well together. Maybe you're trying to apply Turtle Wax to another liquid ceramic wax and they're just not gelling. They're not meshing together. So I would just use the Turtle Wax ceramic spray coating, and then you can maintain it from there with their detail sprays or their 3-in-1 ceramic detailer. And finally, Frank Conte has CarPro Skin applied over PPF, which is paint protection film, and he wants to reapply soon. What's the process before reapplying the new layer of skin? By hand or by machine with just a black finish pad, use a cleaner polish, something very fine like Angel Wax Perfect Polish, and that will clean the slate and you can apply the next layer. Okay guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's mail call. Before I go, I do like to help as much as I can, and I hope this helps somebody. It's a new foam cannon from Max Shine, and I want to give this away today, so how about this? The first person that can nail the year of this Bentley Arnage back here, or gets close to it, will win this, and I will take care of shipping as well and get it to you as quick as I can. Alright guys, Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video. And if you are enjoying the content and find it useful, be sure to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when we have new videos available.